Hello and welcome back to the Nihil channel. I'm Chris, and it has been forever since I have done an update video. It's been a couple months, so let's talk for a little bit. I've got my little checklist in front of me to make sure I hit all the things that I want to, because I'm not always the best at just rambling off the cuff. So the first thing is I would love to thank all of you for 500 subs. That is absolutely insane. I never thought that this channel would get as big as it has, and it's just really cool to see how many of you have made me part of your weekly routine. It just is beyond all my wildest expectations. I thought I was just going to do a little Shining Force show, and you guys have made it a really big Shining Force show, at least to me, and that's really, really cool. It's cool to see so many people that care about a little series that, growing up, no one else knew what was. So I just absolutely love what this community has grown into, and I'm just really honored to be a part of it. Shining in the Darkness, I'm really happy with how that's going, and you guys seem to be too. I'm trying to take your suggestions on board and not cut too much, but also keep it moving along, because some of the episodes end up being a little bit podcasty, and I know that I've heard a lot of the commenters really like that, but it's hard for me to understand all the time, because there's times that I'm like, I don't feel like I'm making enough progress, but I'm glad that you guys seem to be happy with it, and man, that game is not at all what I expected. I knew the genre going into it, but it's just such a genre that I'm really unfamiliar with. So I keep feeling like I'm right at the end, and then we just keep going. I keep thinking, okay, we've got about 2 more videos of this, and then Captain and I finish another recording session, and I'm like, okay, I guess we've got two more videos of this, and it's been that way for weeks now. So I have no idea how long it's actually going to end up being, but a lot longer than I anticipated. But I'm really into all the things that it adds to the lore, and just what it brings to the table. So, enough on Shining in the Darkness. Let's talk about new stuff. I'm not going to be playing it on the channel quite yet, but I did want to give a huge congratulations to the team on Shining Force Alternate 3.0. Erican, Xeno, Meowth, and the rest of the crew worked super hard to get that out the door. I know they all worked on it for years, and apparently it's pretty different from 2.0. So I'm definitely going to be playing it at some point, but if you don't want to wait for me, you should absolutely go check that out. It will definitely be worth your time. And that'll be on SF Mods, and if I remember, I'll put a link to that in the description below. Let's talk about the present for this channel, though. I don't like leaving series unfinished, and I'm really happy with how Shining in the Darkness is going. But there's been kind of a cloud looming over my head this whole time, just a little thing peeking over my shoulder, and that is Lost Eidolons. That playthrough totally got away from me. I keep getting really busy with life stuff, and if I did YouTube full-time, it would solve a lot of my problems, but I don't, and I can't yet. Maybe one day. You guys have given me hope for that, so I'm gonna be hopeful, but I've hated that Lost Eidolons has sat unfinished as long as it has, so it's coming back, and it's back today, which I'm super stoked about. The video that went up today is one of the hardest SRPG maps I have ever played. It took me multiple attempts, it was super difficult. You guys should definitely check that out, because wow, was it hard. And it's a great place to jump back into the story. I kind of stopped at what felt like a stopping point, because I knew I was going to have to break for a little bit. But the characters also end up having been gone for a little bit, so it's a good time to jump back into that. And I'm really excited to get it finished up. It's a really great game, and I need to get it done so I can get all my thoughts together. I know the team on that is still working to push it out for Xbox as well as maybe PS5 now? I have no idea, but hopefully it kind of coincides with that. So let's talk about after that, though, because that's going to come back until it's done. And I haven't decided totally what that means yet, if it's going to be 2 videos a week on that. We'll see, but it's still going to be more present until it's done. I'm really committing to that. Next thing, when that's over, I am going to keep doing other SRPG content because I'm really passionate about the genre as a whole. And it, like I've said in the past, if I don't do things other than shining stuff, I'll get burnt out, and that's no good to anybody. So that's how I stay sane. It's how I keep it going. But you guys are going to get to help with that too. I like letting you guys decide what we do in community polls on YouTube. So you guys will get some input on what other games you see on the channel. But also, there's also some just really obscure, very tiny ones that I want to cover. And I also like to surprise you. So just keep in mind there's always going to be some surprises. The communities polls part of that brings me to my next point. And this is maybe the biggest announcement for you guys, and that is Discord. I finally made one, and it's called Nihil's Hangout. I know it's a very original name. Not sure if that'll be the final name, but that is going to be linked in the description as well. So let's talk about that some. I really didn't want to make a Discord for a long time. I've been opposed to it mostly because I just didn't want to run one. It's a lot of work. It can be a lot of work to keep it going. But you guys have seemed really, really cool about pretty much everything, so we're gonna give it a shot and just see how it goes. My vision for this is that we're just gonna talk a lot of SRPG stuff and a lot of Shining stuff, but I trust that it'll kind of evolve as we get into it. So that's gonna be linked in the description as well. And it's got a 30-day timer on the invite. And that is because literally the day I am filming this, Discord has decided that permanent links to a Discord will not be a thing anymore. Unless you're a very specific kind of Discord called a community, and I don't really know anything about that. So that's not what I made, and it's just going to be a 30-day thing. But that's not to say it's going to be exclusive. You can ask for an invite anytime, and that's going to be totally cool. It's just how Discords decide to run things. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so on the Discord, what I'm hoping for, other than just that stuff, I'd love to collab with you guys more. A lot of you guys are working on your own stuff. And you seem like really neat people, so I'm open to anybody wanting to jump on for different series, be it Shining or not. Obviously, I have more opportunities for people to jump on if I do other things, but I've got some things in the works to get some more of you guys on, so keep that in mind. On the Discord, you'll also find me hosting all of the mods that are made for this channel. Captain has made me several challenge maps, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. And I know he's working on another one, so anytime I post one that it's been made specifically for this channel, and you guys are like, where can I find that? It will now be on the Discord. I'm also going to keep uploading them to SF mods, but some of you guys brought it to my attention that SF mods, you run into issues if you're in certain countries, and I was totally unaware of that, so I don't know if we can get that resolved on SF Mods' side. I know a couple of the people that run it, and I still need to have some conversations with them about that, because I would like it to be more accessible to everyone. But I don't know the logistics of web hosting and all of that. That's all far above my head, so. Yeah, it's all going to be on the Discord, as well as any fan art that gets made for this channel. Some of that has been sent to me, and that'll be hosted too. And I don't mind hosting other mods, but that is something that I'm not going to do without permission. I'm going to talk to people and see what all we can get up there. Just kind of a collection of some Shining stuff, resources, things like that. What else? I think that about does it. So, to recap, Shining in the Darkness is going great. I think I skipped over saying I don't know what's next. I haven't fully decided on that. I know Shining the Holy Ark actually comes next, but I don't know if I want to jump into another dungeon crawler immediately. I might need another break going back to the old SRPG genre. I'm not totally decided, so. But I have had people send me a couple of ideas, which I do appreciate. So that was Shining in the Darkness. Lost Eidolons is coming back. It's either being posted right before this video or right after this video, so go check that out. And the Discord. We got a Discord now. Let's have fun with it. Thank you all for tuning in. That's about all I got for this update. And thanks again for 500 subscribers. This is just so cool and so awesome, and I appreciate each and every one of you that have made me part of your weekly routine. It's really, really special. It makes me really emotional to think about. And yeah, thanks. See you next time.